Okay, so today we are butchering chickens the old-fashioned way. This is our cast iron pot that we are heating water in to about 150 degrees. This chicken was rather big and didn't fit in, so we just did one side and then the other. But the rest of the chickens fit pretty well, and we were able to have plenty of stirring room, and it worked out just fine. So yeah, we just do this. We start with about 30 seconds and then check them. As soon as the skin on the feet is peeling off, then we know that it's pretty well good to go. For the last, out of 50 chickens, for the last 5, this drill bit finally came in the mail, and we were able to speed the process up quite a bit. We really liked it our first time using it, obviously. We wish it had come sooner, but that's okay. It did actually do a really good job, and we were pretty impressed with it. So if you are interested in one of those, I'll leave a link below in the description box of where we got that. So yeah, then next we kind of just go on to the fine tooth combing, picking off whatever the drill plucker missed, and the plucker sped this process up quite a lot. Doing it totally by hand, it took about 8 to 10 minutes per bird to totally hand pluck. The plucker took that down to just a few minutes per bird, and that was really, really nice. So we are peeling the skin off of the feet, and I save those for broth, and I also save the neck, which we'll cut off here in just a little bit. The wing tips go in the compost bin with the feathers and the guts and the heads, and the rest. Then we take the mid wing off and the shoulder off, and we keep those in a separate bag for when we want to make wings, which we really like to do. And yeah, so as I said, we're doing this all by hand. We had plans for renting a big scalder and plucker, and which really isn't that expensive. To get one, there's none around here, so we'd have to drive a few hours one way to go pick up a set, and we just really weren't into that. And then our AC went out at the same time, so we just kind of decided to save some money and some time. Well, save time on the road, but not time in butchering. But we just decided to save some money and just do it by hand, the old-fashioned way. We've never actually had a big plucker. This drill plucker is the most convenient thing that we've ever had as far as plucking goes, but we've never plucked. This is the first year we actually plucked and kept this skin on. In the past, we've always just skinned them. I think it might be a little bit quicker to skin them, but the plucking is definitely a cleaner process. I do really like the plucking now that we have done it. After we have eaten some chicken with the skin on, I'm super glad we went to that effort. I've read all about the health benefits of the skin that is full of glycine, and that's just a really good thing to have in your diet. So definitely totally worth it, and we're really happy with the extra effort that it took. And yeah, and you don't have to have Cornish cross to do this. You can do this with your free range birds or just whatever laying birds you have. We always like to do dual purpose, so that whenever a hen is done laying, that she can be harvested, and we still, at least, even if she's old and a little bit too tough, she'll still at least make a beautiful broth. So yeah, you can do this with old hens. They will be a little tougher to pluck. I don't know how the drill bit would work on that, but I think it would do just fine. We'll see later this fall. So now we've got all the extremities off, and we are ready to finish gutting it. One thing I like about this, just doing it ourselves, is we have 2 little kids, and totally family oriented. They most certainly know where their food comes from. We have been homesteading since before they were born. And I just really love that aspect of it, that they are right up in it, learning and experiencing everything. And they are not afraid to get their hands dirty, and they're not afraid to oh, my little one there, I think, tripped on the tripod. So took you guys for a little bit of a ride, but she's just now, she'll be 2 this month. So I don't remember where I was going with that, but yeah, now Sage is taking the guts out. Well, he did take the guts out. Now he's taking the liver, and that is the gallbladder there. And I believe is what he told me. I have a terrible time remembering all the little parts' names. And now he is getting the heart out, and that's right there. And those I save. I will grind up the liver and the hearts. I'm interested in learning how to make pate, or I'm not quite sure how you say that, but I really want to learn how to use liver in different ways. For right now, I'm just grinding it up and kind of hiding it in any ground beef recipes that I can. And my oldest is now going to take the camera for a little whirl and give you guys a little glimpse of the rest of our yard. As you can tell, it's blazing hot. That's like 100 degrees on this day and in the middle of the afternoon. So, but like I said, our AC's out, so it's actually way hotter in the house, and under this beautiful shade tree, it's not too bad. So, yeah, we're just trying to use the most of our time. Our AC is now currently back in, so we're very thankful for that. And so yeah, now I am just washing washing the bird. And since this is the very last bird, we're kind of having some fun with the water hose, chasing the girls and whatever. Like I just said, it's really hot, so fun in the water is where we're all at right now. So I like to wash it up really good. I'll spray out the inside super well. I just go over it again with a fine-tooth comb, take out any quills that might have been missed, any little remnants of feather, just any little things that might have gotten overlooked. And I like to rub it down really well. Sometimes there's a like dermis layer of skin. I did find that the that drill bit attachment, the plucker drill attachment, did really well at taking that little dermis layer off that I usually rub off. But there's a few little bits here and there that I'm going to go ahead and clean up here. And yeah, overall we're pretty much done. What I got left to do now is just to finish this up. I'll go ahead and take the wings off, and then we'll bag it up. I was going to order some Texas poultry bags, but it just kind of came down to the wire, and shipping wouldn't have had enough time. So we this year are just putting them straight into Ziplocs. That's actually, we've always cut up our birds in the past, so I've just put it in Ziplocs. And we've never had an issue with freezer burn or anything like that. We do have another round of 50 birds coming up, and I was actually just thinking today that I need to go ahead and order some of those Texas poultry bags, because for one thing, I know that they have low stock in the summer, and then for another thing, some of these birds, we had a few 6-pounders, over 6-pound birds, and it was pretty tough to get them into the Ziploc bag. But we did manage it. And if it had come to where it wouldn't fit, we could have just cut it up and then put it in. But I do want to get those Texas poultry bags for our next round. In our next round, we will likely rent a big plucker and go in with some friends and help them with their chickens, and then them help with our chickens, and get this kind of thing done in like an hour in the morning versus over the span of a week of all afternoon and evening. But we'll just see when the time comes. And so, yeah, I just really want to encourage everybody